Hello, everyone. Welcome. That's right. It's that time of week again. It is Nintendo time. We are the NES Bros. This is your positive Nintendo
podcast
and gaming community.
Oh, you did it there.
Yes,
You did it.
That's right. As always, I am joined by the bros, the NES Bros. First, he's Mr. McSpicy. He's taking a sip of water, and his beard is on point.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's your Nintendo week been?
Oh, it's great. I take this thing everywhere I go.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the greatest thing.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Since, I don't know.
Since bread? Sliced bread?
Since sliced bread with ham and cheese.
Oh,
That's
yes,
how, yeah.
Very nice. Sliced ham and cheese.
Yeah, I literally take it everywhere I go. It goes in my laptop bag whenever I'm out and about. You never know when you need to game it up, so.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time. And really, it's just Binding of Isaac, but what do I care? I love that game, so.
Yeah. If it's your game, it's your game.
Yeah.
Jordan, how about you? Next, it's Jordan the Man, Jordan Paskett.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing good.
How was your Nintendo week?
It was good.
What?
was
Tell
really
me,
good.
tell me something new. Tell me ARMS. You got a chance to play ARMS, the demo. It's only
yeah.
available for an hour.
Yeah, and I apparently got to play it for that hour.
Very
so.
nice. And how did that
Yeah,
go?
no, it was. I liked it. It was pretty fun. The controls were kind of, you got to get used to them for a second.
Okay.
But once you get used to curving your punches, it's quite the experience.
Was it what you expected it to be?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then fair enough.
But okay. Did it meet your expectations?
Well, so
is what
I've
I
been
like to
hearing a
ask.
lot of people say that
Can you
this.
turn down monitoring just a little bit? It's a little too loud. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
There
welcome.
we go. There we go.
So I've been hearing a lot of people say this is going to do to fighting games what Splatoon did for Nintendo for shooters. You know what I mean? And
Okay, sure.
I think that's right on point because it's really fun. You know,
Yeah.
I it's fun. I have a lot of fun playing Injustice, and I had a lot of fun playing this game for an hour. Like it was fun. It's a lot more in depth than you think it would. There's a little bit of strategy involved. You can't just go in there and start punching people.
Start swinging away.
Yeah, you can't
It's
swing.
not a smasher, button smasher.
And when you connect with a good punch that you had to curve, that's very satisfying. So it's a lot of fun.
Any knockouts? Can you knock out?
Oh yeah, it's best of 3 rounds.
Like Punch Out?
Well, when their health goes away, they get knocked out.
The Punch Out knockout.
Yeah, you have like an ultimate. You have an ultimate ability that could take them down.
So
as much like an ultimate.
after playing the ARMS demo,
Uh-huh.
more excited, less excited?
Yeah, no,
about
I'm
the
really
same?
excited. It's confirmed that I'm gonna get this game. You know, like I really like it.
Okay.
Awesome, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Last but not least, I am X1. My name is David. I have not had a chance to play my Nintendo this week because I've been all about NBA Playgrounds, and I know that's on the Nintendo Switch, but I've not played it on my Nintendo Switch, so there you go.
You have it on the Xbox.
I have it on the Xbox,
Yeah.
absolutely. Jordan, there's some big news that came out this week, though, via Nintendo. What is that big news? Let's go over that,
Yeah.
i.e., the online service got announced. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
big elephant in the room.
All right. Well, Sorry, let me scroll up to that one.
Jordan was not prepared.
I was saving that one for last.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, let's talk about it anyways.
yeah. So Nintendo announced their online service. It's not coming until 2018, but that's Sorry,
I don't know how to-
sorry.
I don't know how to
let's-
say.
Let's start over.
Well, let's go. Let's go over the details.
so-
$20 a year. First of all, now what does that $20 a year get me?
No. Well, yeah. So sorry, I have to go back because I had it in order.
Did
Sorry.
your brain just break?
No, yeah, it did.
Let's
So-
hit the reboot button.
Initially, it was going to come out at the end of this year during Christmas time or
Sure.
fall time, right? But it's being pushed back to 2018, which is later than we expected.
I heard January.
They're probably going
Okay.
to start it up at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
It's just 2018 right now, right? They have 3 different packages, if you will: a 1 month, a 3 month, and a year.
Okay.
1 month is $4, 3 months is $8, and 12 months is $20. So 1 year is $20, right?
Not too bad.
That actually like changes the way you think about it. 'Cause
It does.
That's not a lot at all.
Not at all.
Right? So this Nintendo Live or whatever you want to call it, Nintendo Network, right? You will need it to play online games. So there's all games, online games are going to be behind that paywall, right? So you'll have to pay the whatever plan you want. I mean, let's just say $20 for the year,
sure.
right? So you'll have to pay that. You will get a little bit of benefits, right? You'll get discounts in the eShop store, which is awesome. So Nintendo eShop deals. You'll get classic game selection. Now what that is every they're going to release classic games like Super Mario 3, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, right? Classic games like that with online multiplayer added to them.
Oh,
so like your,
I
all
like
your
that.
old classic
So
games.
I could play. So
you can play
F-Zero.
Yeah, if that's one of the games they release, which that would be a perfect one to release,
people.
right? Yeah.
That is awesome.
And
That's
it'll have,
way cool.
Yeah, so that'll be one of the features, right?
2-player Mario.
2-player Mario Brothers 3, yeah.
Oh,
Exactly. I
cool.
mean, those are just examples that they're using now. Mario Brothers 3, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, right?
Wow.
Which is really
yeah.
cool. So we'll get free NES and SNES games.
Man, you
Oh.
make things so
Yeah.
intense.
Sorry,
So,
sorry.
whoa.
So we'll get the free, and those are free. I mean, well, they're
If-
$20. They're the payment, right?
Sure.
They come with your subscription. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, which is great.
Now you don't
So,
you
this
don't
is a
own
big one.
these. You only have them just like
Well, hold-
Xbox
no.
Live. You only have them as long as you have the service.
Yes, but check this out, because we
Okay.
thought originally, at least I did, and some rumors around the internet thought that you were only going to have them for like the month they were out and then they go away. But let me read you something. Quote, Nintendo Switch online subscribers will have ongoing access to a library of classic games with added online play. Users can play
Okay.
as many as these games as they want, as often as they like, as long as they have an active subscription, which makes us think that they're
It's
not,
a
once they
vault.
come out, yeah, basically, once
Yeah.
they come out, as long as you have the subscription, you
So,
can
okay.
always go back to it.
I like that. So for instance, on the Xbox with Games with Gold, same with PlayStation. If you don't download the game
within that month.
within that month, tough
Yeah.
luck, tough noogies, you're out.
This
This sounds
specifically
much more
says-
like an
yeah,
EA Access type of deal where
Uh-huh.
once it's in the vault, it's always there. You always have access to it.
Yeah. This specifically says users can play the games as often as they want, when they want,
As long as they
as
have.
long as they have an active subscription. See, and that's the key word, right? Because it
Active.
doesn't say as long as they have an active subscription and download during the month, right?
Sure.
Like it's just right there. It's like EA Access, right? It's
Yeah.
worded kind of like that, so which is pretty
Okay.
cool.
I
So
can
that's-
get behind that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's really exciting.
And you'll get the online play, which we already talked about, right? So Mario Kart 8, all that stuff. If
Yeah.
if the game has online.
Sure.
And then, of course, you'll get the voice chat. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. So, the app is going to be subscription based, right? And that's basically what the $20 is,
Mhm.
right? The
Yeah.
app that's coming out. I don't know exactly how it'll work. There was a diagram that was released in Japanese, but it had pictures, so it's pretty,
It
simple.
says, "Here's your cell phone. Call your friend."
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
To me, it looked like a really convoluted way to do it, but I don't know what their plan is or
So,
how their
okay,
architecture
yeah,
works.
go
But
o-
it really did look
Just go
odd.
over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/NESBros, and take a look at
the
the
rumored
device.
diagram.
Basically, it's a dongle. It's an adapter where you plug in your Switch to one end, you plug in your phone to the other end, and then it connects to your headphones and speaker. That seems like a lot. I don't like that necessarily. I hope
So
it works out
goes-
better than it feels in diagram, because basically
On
It
this
makes
headphone
it-
set.
But the thing is what's upsetting is not only do you have to buy a headset, you have to buy a dongle,
yeah.
because
Well-
I mean, you don't have one of those at your house.
What will happen is your Nintendo headset will just probably come with one, I would imagine. Just like
Oh
your
yeah,
Turtle
if,
Beach.
if you get
just
a
like your
Nintendo-
Turtle
yeah,
Beach
if you get a,
headphones
like,
comes with
Nintendo,
the
yeah,
Xbox
yeah, okay, I
adapter.
guess you're right.
So
yeah,
that's the same.
so never mind. I'm stupid.
But you do have to have a phone. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's funny.
And it'll be through
a
the
charged
phone app.
phone.
A charged phone at
Yeah.
that.
So if your phone's about to die, there's gonna be a lot of wires.
Yeah.
Going
Also,
around.
what do you do if you have the iPhone 7 with no headphone
With
jack?
the no headphone.
You
I mean,
have
I guess
to-
you have the. They
you have to
the
buy
adapter.
Apple's proprietary
You have to buy.
headphone.
So now you got to buy Apple's proprietary headphone
This
jack.
is
You know
gonna
what?
be the
on top of it.
dongle.
You know what bothers me about
Nintendo
that?
is going to single-handedly destroy
Apple.
Apple.
You know what bothers
I
me
think
about that?
Apple is going to single-handedly destroy Apple.
Do you know what
Yeah.
bothered me about that?
Huh.
And I know a lot of people have Apple devices, so this might offend people. But what bothered me about that is they said they did it to help make it water. Like if they would have done that to put a little bit more guts in there.
Oh, we're talking about the phone.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
iPhone.
I wouldn't have like took out the headphone jack. If they would have done that
Sure.
to like put a little bit more beefier processor, so yeah, I'd be like, all right,
Something like that,
yeah, I respect that, right? You're trying to make the phone better. I get you have to cut some pieces here. They did it. They didn't put anything there. They like basically did it to make it more waterproof, and it still isn't that waterproof. It can go like a foot down. Whereas you got the Samsung Galaxy or what's the Samsung?
The one that
phone
was gonna
that
blow up?
has a headphone jack,
Yeah.
and it can be taken to like depths we haven't even reached yet.
So
that
the
bothers me.
technology's there.
Yeah,
That's what
it
you're
just
saying.
bothers me that they make you
I'll
buy their
I'll
own
be
proprietary
honest.
device for no reason.
I'll be honest.
And they
Other
lied
than-
to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
I'll
they-
be honest, and this might make a lot of people angry. I just, I think, it's like 3D. It's going away. I don't think that's the future. No headphone jack. Headphones are just so simple. It will always be there.
Yeah.
It's part of a phone. I mean, it's It's an essential part of a.
The
of a phone.
second,
Like, if you wanna
the
listen to
second
something
portion
just
of
out
the
there-
word headphone is phone.
I just don't understand why. Maybe there's some crazier reason.
I just think Apple has Steve Jobs is gone. They've stopped being revolutionary, and this was a cheap way to say we're revolutionary when in all reality all they did was take away a feature and force you
Make
into
you
Bluetooth,
buy-
which already exists.
But the thing is, they-
Headphones that only last 3 to 5 hours. There's way better headphones out there that last 15 to a huge amount of hours that are Bluetooth.
we're innovating now. It's
And that's from someone who
wireless.
I have an iPhone, but I will not be getting the headphone jackless.
the jackless. We'll call it the jackless.
Jackless.
And especially now that
Uh.
Nintendo is making me use my phone, I will definitely not be getting, because that's just another peripheral that I'll have to buy.
That's so funny.
You'll have extra dongles hanging around your Switch.
And I
Jackless dongles.
Yeah, jackless dongles.
Anyways, moving on. I think overall, I like so far what we know about their online service.
Oh yeah, the
I-
chat and everything's going to be through the cell phone.
Yeah.
Which we already know.
So I
Our
I
app.
particularly like the price point
Now
for
they-
that. I think
they-
that's a great price point because let's be honest, Nintendo's not doing anything huge online. This is their first step into it. I was wondering how they were going to justify the $50 price
Yeah.
point that you're at with Xbox and PlayStation because I mean, you get a ton of features on those two consoles. $20 is a great
Now-
a year is a great price point.
$20, yeah. What's cool is how they're doing their Nintendo with gold type of thing, we'll call it, or Nintendo games of the month, right? I like how they're doing that. I think that's fun to play the classic games. But they were talking about how you can invite your friends through the app. Well, the way they were talking, it sounds like you can invite your friends to games via the Nintendo app, the online
Sure.
app, which I like. I mean, it kind of I don't like that I have to like look at another device and invite you through there. I wish I could just do it on the system.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
the idea of just saying, okay, here's invite David, Mark, enter. You know what I mean? Into a game rather than, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like an Xbox, you just hit invite friends X.
Do
you know
you
what I mean?
do you
I
think
like the
there'll ever be a
simplicity other than
time
the having to use
there'll
your
be a
phone.
time that I feel like I'm peeking a lot. Do you think that it might be my head? You know what it is? It's my headphones. My bad. It's my headphones. I washed these bad boys.
You watched him.
And my right one.
I'm monitoring it. I don't hear you peeking.
Yeah, no,
but
it's me. It's me. That's
you
how
want
the
me
sausage.
to turn you up? You want me to turn you down? I
That's
I don't know
why
how to help you.
It's my headphones. That's how the sausage is made. Everybody, my headphones are broken. Do you think there'll ever be a time that the Nintendo's that they do a software update, whatever, to just make this through the Nintendo Switch? Because it does seem like a lot. Here you have this freaking awesome piece of hardware that's basically a tablet in your hand, a gaming tablet, a professional gaming tablet, right?
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And you're having to go to your phone to do all of these things. Do you think that's sustainable? Because that seems like a nuisance in my mind. With such a sweet piece of hardware.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would hope that they figure out. I mean, this is really kind of their first
Iteration into
of
the
party
online, yeah.
online, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So maybe it almost kind of seems like an afterthought, sort of. It really does.
Yeah.
They like had, they were coming off the line and someone was like, hey, did we put party chat in there? And I'm like,
Oh,
crap.
shoot!
They're just like looking around
Phone
at
app. Phone app.
We need some dongles.
each other. They just kind of don't, we'll patch it. You know?
Organic Avenger brought up a great point. He says people who are really going to want to use this are people playing Splatoon, and they'll be on the Pro Controller. What I mean, so you're going to be on the Pro Controller, a phone, an extra dongle, and a thing. They've got to come out with something.
Maybe they'll come out with like a dongle.
So
hub.
this is what they've done correctly. The $20 price point.
yes.
The online service, I think, is great. Those classic
the games,
Nintendo
I think is
games,
cool. It's a good, nice little feature.
That's awesome. What I'm not sold on yet is this separate phone app. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to see how it works in
Why
real
not?
life.
Why not is just throwing things out there. Why not just integrate the app into your operating system? I mean, that's what the thing is. I don't know their architecture, but why not just take that app?
Well, the thing is there's
Put it right in
no
there
so
on the
there's
application.
no input on the controllers, but there's a headphone jack.
Yeah, there's a headphone jack up here, right?
So you could utilize your headphone jack.
yeah, make that just come out with a. I mean, I don't care if you charge me
Or,
$20
okay, let-
$20 extra to buy a headset.
Let me use
if I can
if
use
you're
it
gonna
straight
give
on
me
the,
a dongle.
the Switch.
Let me only use the dongle on my Switch or my Switch
Yeah,
controller.
see, that would be
somehow.
so. You know how the Xbox has the adapter that you plug in at the bottom?
Yeah.
Maybe because the Pro controller, obviously, they can just slap a headphone jack on it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's not hard, right? Make Pro controllers that have the headphone jacks on, if they don't already have them, right? I don't have.
I don't
the
have
new
Pro controllers, so I don't know.
But why not? Yeah, put the dongle, have the dongle go into the headphone jack, and then plug your headphones and mic into that, right? That it just eliminate the phone. Why is the phone there? That's my biggest.
Yeah. Organic did
Why
bring
the
up,
phone?
Organic did bring up another great point. He's on fire tonight. He says, I see Nintendo's thinking, though, they fear kids in vulgar chat, and if they don't have a phone, no chat risk.
Dude, Nintendo has.
This is Nintendo's
no,
base is kids.
I
and
get
families.
that, but Nintendo has crazy parental controls. I mean, that I feel like that covers
Well,
it.
just the way that you have to add friends
Yeah, that
with a
that
12-digit
you nailed it.
serial number.
Yeah.
That's a control. In
No,
and of itself.
I understand Nintendo's the family friendly, and I think that's why they're doing it. But I mean, there's other ways to do it. I think that are a little bit user friendly.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways,
I think
it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it comes down the pike, how it's all implemented. What I do like, what I'm completely sold on is their online features so far with the classic games, and that $20 price point is perfect.
Yeah,
I think it's a good price. I really do. For if I have to use my phone, you might as well drop the price.
There's $7 sitting right here. That's almost half a year.
That's half a year. That's half a year.
That's our
it.
McDonald's money.
Yeah,
Be careful with that.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, there's
that's
actually
the major news.
two big ones or three big ones.
So the three big ones.
Yeah. So first off,
the three mountains.
Nintendo Switch 3DS Fire Emblem character details.
Sure.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
you have our attention.
Another long pause.
We are.
You're leaving us in suspense here, Jordan.
Oh, sorry.
No. So, you're reading the article now?
No, well, I'm trying to. No, I read it
is-
earlier this week.
What is going on there? You're our news expert because you're supposed to know the news.
Anyway, yeah, the
Fire Emblem
Warriors is in development for both Switch and 3DS. But anyway, there was a part I thought I don't want to say it because I don't know if I read it or just made it up in my mind.
You
But,
dreamed it.
Yeah,
You read this article.
I thought
and
there
took
was
a
going to
nap.
be like things that you can do crossing, not like
cross-platform
not
play. Almost?
yeah, not necessarily, but maybe like some characters from the 3DS will be in the Switch and vice versa, and
Oh,
maybe
okay.
a little cross-platform. But anyway, but don't believe me on that. 'cause
So
apparently I'm
Fire
an idiot.
Emblem's Warriors, it's in development
Yeah, it's
for the Switch
coming
and
out.
3DS. and
It's coming out 2018.
other
which
than
is
that,
really cool.
okay, let's talk about the last news story.
There's two more news stories.
Oh, there was three.
Well, there's
Oh,
one
yeah.
that I thought was super cool. So
Super cool. Go.
The Nintendo Switch, dude. You
Want me to
stick
pull it
right
up?
here? Yeah.
Yeah, that
You
might-
could have brought this to Scotland because let me tell you this:
Okay.
when you were flying your airplane, how high up do you think you were?
I don't know.
35,000 feet.
Okay,
Sure.
so it was a little bit higher, but
75.
Well, I don't know where you're taking
No,
this discussion.
someone had a great idea where he was like, "Let's see what would happen if we dropped a Switch from 1,000 feet."
Okay.
So they got a drone and they went 1,000 feet up in the air and they dropped it. You know what happened? One Joy-Con broke. The system was completely fine.
Wow.
Yeah, not even.
Now,
They
that was
took it up and they just dropped it flat like this. They just let the drone drop it and it fell
So I'm
1,000
guessing
feet.
it landed on the corner of the joint.
It did land on the corner of the Joy-Con. It was, I think, the
And then it
right Joy-Con.
shattered it
I'm
out?
assuming
the screen.
no, nothing.
Land
no
on
set,
concrete
no,
or dirt?
Okay,
Concrete.
so
like, like a parking lot.
Okay, so they
Like,
did it once. Did they do it multiple times?
No, they just did it once.
Oh,
They were
okay.
just this guy was like, what?
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
dropped my
we lucked
Switch."
out. I don't want to do that again, guys.
Yeah, the kid's like, thanks for not breaking the Switch.
It's like their little
So
brothers.
yeah, it did land on the Joy-Con, which probably took a lot of the impact.
Yeah, it's shattered. That's
But so the
shatter
the
technique.
right Joy-Con was gone, but he just slipped it off and he put a new one on and turned on the system and started
Boom.
playing Zelda again.
then he
Oh,
sold it
man.
on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And it was like,
So
this
your
has been dropped.
Switch is tougher than
from
you
1,000
think, right?
feet.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, it is. The only
Yeah,
thing is I
that's-
got a scratch, and that threw me off.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it feels like a durable piece. It does not feel delicate. That's for sure.
Mm.
But
So you can. I kind of want to throw mine against the wall and just
let's
see
You
what
do it
happens.
to yours, not to mine.
Yeah, let's do it
This
to
is
Mark's.
mine. Right? Yeah, no.
and he has a drone.
I think I'm
Let's
gonna
take
put
a-
this over here now.
drop it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's on our Facebook. It's just a cool video that I thought was hilarious. I like when people just drop things.
And your last news story
Yeah,
is
so
about a new game.
A new game that's coming
coming
out
out.
in 2018 called Lost Sphere. It looks great. It's from Square Enix. It's like a updated classic Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
if that
that's
kind
a-
of makes sense.
That is
You
a
know, it's
perfect
kinda-
way to
that's
describe it.
kinda- yeah. It looks really good. The story. Let me tell you this. I think Nintendo developers are super, super talented for
Sure.
one reason alone.
No matter what studio they come from.
No matter what studio they come from, I think Nintendo developers are super talented because they make you feel emotion via text. Like that game had
It
no
is
voice
true.
acting,
It is
but
true.
you still felt like, at least I did anyway, like watching the trailer, like, wow, this is really, you're kind of getting
Yeah.
into it, right? They do. I think they do a good job with that. It
Well,
just goes to show you.
Zelda does a really good job with that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they do have voice acting in their cutscenes, which I think is fantastic. I mean, I'd prefer voice acting over text,
Sure.
but I just think they do a good job.
I actually think
know.
in the case of Zelda, and we've said this before, but it helps to immerse me more having to read the everyday dialogue.
And it,
Yeah,
it makes
and
the
then-
cutscenes even more.
yeah,
yeah.
that combination is
Yeah.
a really good job. But you're right, the Last Sphere trailer.
Yeah, it comes out in 2018. It's, in the trailer it says it's early development, but it looks pretty good to
It
me.
made
I
me.
like the art
It made
style,
me
yeah.
want it. It was super awesome.
It kind of looks
the
a little
music
s-
was
The art
fantastic.
style looks similar to I Am Setsuna, but
it does.
kind of I Am Setsuna is kind of like an updated classic Final Fantasy. But this looks really good. I'm definitely
This
getting
looks like it has a very specific story.
is-
I Am
yeah.
Setsuna has kind of a general.
It's about people and the
general
world
story.
vanishing. It's very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Check it out. Lost Sphere coming out next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Jamie Boyko writes in every week over on NES Bros, Facebook.com NES Bros. Our Facebook page that we have for the show.
Yeah.
You can submit a question. Jamie Boyko writes in. Patrick Mattson also wrote in and wanted us to talk about the online service announcement. We did
Mhm.
that thoroughly. Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Patrick, for writing in. Patrick actually writes in every week, so he's.
All right, Patrick.
Thank you so much. Jamie Boyko wrote in, though, and wants to know, he wants us to discuss E3. So I thought we would take this time, 2 weeks before E3, to discuss what we want to see from Nintendo. What would make our day? Whether it's super out there or super realistic, what we want to see from Nintendo. Let's start down at the end with Mr. McSpicy Mark.
The guy that has no predictions whatsoever.
No predictions, but just tell me overall. Look at where Nintendo sits right now. For Nintendo to be a success at E3, what do you think they
See,
have to
that's-
do, or what do you want
Yeah,
to see?
that's a super hard question. I honestly, I mean, I know what I want, but I don't think it's going to happen. Like, I want a more simple party system.
Sure.
Less.
I don't
fun.
like. I want less dongles.
Sure,
But that's I don't think that's
not for
good.
this E3. Probably.
No, yeah, not for this E3. I don't know. Like, I have no idea what to predict because I don't know really. I don't know how to predict Nintendo.
Yeah, that is true. Nintendo is probably the least predictable out of all of them.
Yeah,
I personally think we are going to see more about Mario. Obviously.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be there. They've already announced the
Yeah.
gameplay is gonna be at Mario Odyssey. That's gonna be
I
a fun
think in depth what Mario is going to be like, what cool new features, and I predict they drop some kind of unique feature that's not existed in a Mario before that gets everybody hyped. For Nintendo to be successful at this E3, I personally think they just need to show off one or two big games to keep that Switch hype train going.
Yeah.
We know Nintendo Switch is super successful already with Zelda, games like Lost Odyssey. Let me see one
Lost
feature or Lost Sphere.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
do I
Lost
say
Sphere.
Lost Odyssey? That is
because
a
it
good
sounds
game.
like a cool. Yeah,
Lost
yeah.
Odyssey is a good game
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
actually. Way back when, I think on the 360.
Yeah, keep pointing at me. Yeah.
You know
was
what
on
I'm talking about,
You-
baby. You know what I'm talking about.
Do you think?
I don't think they have to do anything huge. I just think they have to keep the momentum going.
Uh-huh.
Do you think? I mean, Jordan, with your knowledge of news
Mm-hmm.
and everything, do you think there's a possibility of getting a Metroid
Oh,
announcement?
Well, okay. So in my opinion,
Yeah.
the last Metroid game really took me off of Metroid.
Okay. Fair enough.
So to be
Okay.
honest with you, I'm not really hoping for one. It was called Federation Force. Or no, yeah, was it the 3DS one, Federation Force? Anyway, there could
How
be.
about a good Metroid? Not an announcement for a bad Metroid. I want an announcement for a good Metroid.
What was that? Anyway, I think there could be. I mean, Metroid's a fun game. It's a first person shooter that they can get behind. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was Federation Force on the 3DS. That's what I thought it was. I didn't like it. But anyway,
all right, fair enough.
So, but no, I think they could. What I would like to see is, I mean, I think they already got a good lineup for the year. You got Splatoon 2, you got ARMS, you got Skyrim, you got the Zelda DLC expansions coming out, and then you got Mario, right? So you got a good lineup for the year. I would like to see, and this is just my theory and what I want, is an announcement of a new Pokemon game on the Switch.
On the Switch
Just specifically, I want them to take full
Pokemon Breath of the Wild.
Yes, basically, that's what I want. You know what I mean? I want a full new Switch Pokemon game. If they can announce, even if they announce it like, early next year or something like that. I think stuff like that would keep that hype going. In addition to their already solid lineup they have this year.
So you don't even care.
Now, a new Metroid game would be cool too, as long as it's not like
stupid.
The last one.
As long as it's not stupid.
As long as it doesn't suck.
Get back to Samus and just
Just do
like
it right.
if it's like the Prime series, I'm right behind it. I mean, that was another GameCube game trilogy that was fantastic. If it's like that would be awesome. And that's where I think they should actually gear back. They should go find that guy. And
the
unless
guy.
he made the last one.
Not the guy who's in charge of the dongles.
Yeah, that guy's
someone else.
Unless he was the guy that made the last one. But anyway. No, I think a cool Metro. I think that'd be, I mean, you got.
So Pokemon would be huge. And it's been hinted at. They've had the artwork out there, rumored. Maybe we're getting a Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch. So it is a distinct possibility. If they announce a Pokemon for the Switch, no matter what type of game, as long as the full featured Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't want
like
Coliseum. I don't want Pokken. I don't want the Dungeon Mystery Hero. I don't want any of that. I want the full, Game Freak
standalone
Pokemon game. Like,
so if they announce that,
right there.
If that's all they do, let's say they just announced that, is E3 a success for Nintendo?
I think where they're at right now, because think of their lineup for this year.
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty solid. You got 3 new games and a DLC to already awesome games.
Sure. Mark, how about you? You think that is enough for it to be a successful E3?
Just Pokemon?
Just Pokemon. Let's say that's the only big announcement.
I think they need one or two more.
One or two more.
Metroid would be awesome. And you like the first person shooter. I like the classic style.
Oh, like the side scroller. Yeah,
like Super Metroid.
Well, they'll do all that in the virtual arcade. I mean, you'll have. I mean, I guarantee you they'll come out with on.
I know, but I mean like a new one.
A new one.
A new
That'd
one
be
that's
cool.
like a 2.5D kind of a thing. That would be super.
Did you guys ever get to play the Metroid Prime series?
I missed
fantastic.
the cube, man. I didn't have the cube.
See, that
was one of them.
A little handle.
I know. I remember the handle. I never had one.
I dodged it. We had all of them because you at the time worked at Game Crazy, which is now non-existent.
Doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone
because David shut them down.
He left.
Shut them down.
He was a vampire, sucked all the games out of there.
Anyways, great discussion. Thank you so much, Jamie, for writing in every week. If you'd like to submit a question, please head over to facebook.com/NES Bros. If you haven't yet liked us or followed us on Facebook, head over and do that today. And that does it for this week, guys. It's another fantastic. It's a good week. It's a good year to be a gamer. The Nintendo is out. The Switch is here. Lots of optimism. E3 just around the corner. Mark, what will you be up to this week, and where can people find you?
I got a busy work week, but everywhere I go for work, I'm bringing my Switch. Like I said earlier.
So there you go.
So you can find me on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy. Also, check out our Discord if you want to join an awesome community. It's a great place to talk video games in a positive manner.
Absolutely.
No trolls.
Just head over to nesbros.com and hit the Discord button to join our Discord. It is where the conversations are happening. We're over 330 people.
All right.
There now. 330 members. It's a fantastic place. Jordan, what will you be up to and where can people find you?
Jordan the Man XOB everywhere, and I'll just probably play more Nintendo.
More ARMS. Because the demo is what, an hour a day?
Oh, yeah. It's only an hour a day. Be sure to check your local times. I played it today.
Check your local listings.
Check your local listings for it. But
yeah, I am XoneBros everywhere.
That's cool, man.
Is it not working?
I hit the outro button.
Is it okay? Let me.
Sorry about that. Anyways, I am XoneBros everywhere. Look me up. Follow me on Instagram. I'm there all the time. I'm on YouTube. We're on YouTube. And don't forget, if you want to help grow the NES Bros podcast, if you want to help grow the community, like us on iTunes, like us on Facebook, and you can support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/Positive Gaming. That supports our entire network, the entire Positive Gaming network. We're growing. Positive Gaming, it's the new hip thing. We're changing the culture, baby, for the better. And with that, we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much, everybody. Have fun.